Funhaus is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Don't let your internet provider see all the sites you visit. Hide your browsing activity at expressvpn.com/dude.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. I'm Armando Torres, and today I'm joined by a whole group of funny people whose names start with J. We've got James Willems.
Hello, my name starts with J.
We've got Justin.
Silent J.
Sorry,
J
we've
is
got
silent.
Ustin.
There we go. Thank you.
And we've got Jacob Fullerton.
You've been calling me Jake lately.
I have.
You
I've been
have.
calling you Jake for
Not many do
months.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing that really upset me is that I started calling you Jake, and everyone around the office got really mad with me for calling you Jake. In fact, there's a video where Charlotte, I call you Jake, and she stops playing the game and turns to me and goes, "Who the fuck calls him Jake?"
Yeah, does anyone in your family was that ever a thing? Or were you always a Jacob?
No, like my mom and dad will call me just use the letter J.
Nice.
They just call me-
Same.
They
yeah,
just-
same,
yeah, it's weird. They keep
Wow.
doing this to us.
They went Harley Quinn.
No.
Your dad
Nope,
would just
okay.
go. Your dad would just go, "Hey, Mr. J."
No, he does not do that. Mr. Fullerton does not call me Mr. J. But no,
But I went to your birthday party, and Tara was there, your partner, and she goes, you call him Jake. I call him Jake too.
she drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, she was very. It took a lot for her to admit that she calls you Jake.
Just for context, Jacob is married to Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
So
It's great.
Another J name.
Yeah, J's
Yeah.
only.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know. I just thought that was really funny. Is that she was just like, no one else calls him Jake, but I call him
Yeah.
Jake, and I finally feel like somebody gets it.
I need to hear her side of this conversation. No, but usually people call me Jake. They start with Jake. They don't call me Jacob. They just go from Jake from beginning.
I will only call you Jacob when I'm upset with you. When I have
Okay.
to call
You
you
just call
by
me
your
Jacob
name,
a lot.
Your full name.
You want the middle name too?
Yeah.
It's
Ooh.
really white.
What is it?
Scott.
It's Scott. Yeah.
Scott. Yeah.
Jacob Scott Fullerton.
No.
How dare you?
No.
his skin's lightening as you speak it.
Father.
Well, hello.
Anyways,
You guys had a good weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's
It's
good weekend.
Pleasant.
It's a good weekend.
Do anything fun?
Harvested the
Oh, yeah.
garden.
Ooh.
Yeah, you have
Gotta-
quite the garden at your place.
Quite the garden.
Yeah.
Very dank hall.
Yeah.
And
Some
that was-
fucking very
Whoa.
good tomatoes.
Oh yeah, delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the sauce.
Yeah.
Is that the sauce?
The
That's
sauce.
you drink sauce?
That's
Yeah,
you
suck
drink
the
tomato
straw.
you
sauce.
I
slurp
got
it
a
up.
straw. Yeah.
Yeah. I immediately juice them.
Yeah.
Slurp them up.
You got some pretty good
Oh yeah.
cucumbers.
It's a tasty little pepinos.
What about you, James?
I had a good weekend. I helped a friend build a squat rack
Mm-hmm.
because I like to give back.
A nice
You
little
know, that's-
squat.
Yeah.
You know, some people
nice-
deliver food around town, and some people, will take clothes or donate things. No, not me.
You help fat
I
people
help-
get strong.
Not fat people, no.
Oh, so you
It's
wouldn't
not
help
fat
me?
person.
Yeah,
but
specifically not.
I just help people build squat racks to gain strength in their life. Yeah.
It's a noble, very noble.
It's pretty noble. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty
give
selfless.
him back. Give
Would
him
you
back.
train me?
Probably not.
Wow.
Probably not. And I'll tell you why. I don't think that you would. Commitment is the wrong word, but I think that you would. No, because you're a comedian, and so you would try and find ways to turn it into something funny, which it's not. It's business. And I don't. So I honestly think it would be more frustrating for me to be like, all right, today we're gonna be. All right, we're gonna. Here's what it's an upper body.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna do a push day, so we're gonna focus on bench press, overhead press. We're gonna work our triceps, and by that point, you would have said something like triceps, are those the things that they use to take babies out of a giant? Or you would have made some sort of joke, and I'd be like, all right, I'm done with this. Like, I don't need this. I turn it
fair.
on and off, but I think you would always be on, and it would just not be.
I am.
worth it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be worth my time.
I don't know. Well, okay. First of all, I used to play football.
Mhm.
I have that regimen in me. If there's somebody who yells something at a certain octave, I will snap into line.
Mhm.
Secondly, you and I are supposed to be training for a wrestling match.
Well, you think we're supposed to be training for a wrestling match.
Well, okay, I need to train. You can just jump into the ring at any point.
Well, it's because when I trained for the documentary,
Mhm.
I trained with some really good trainers in the Valley that also happened to be Jacob's like childhood
This
friends.
is very
Wow.
strange. Total
Yeah.
coincidence.
And so when we were at Jacob's birthday party, they were there, and I was catching up with them. And I have done other training since for wrestling, and I was mentioning to them like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't mind like stopping by sometime. And you were within earshot, and then went, I'll be a wrestler too. Which again is like kind of like with the exercise thing. That's like someone running for president. They don't give a shit. They're just doing it for attention.
I want to be very. Oh, that is a very apt comparison.
Yeah.
But secondly, I want to be very clear. I was sitting next to them, involved in the conversation.
I talked to them over the weekend, and we were talking about my birthday party and stuff. And one of them was like, "I couldn't get a read on Armando.
Yep.
They're like, he asked me if I wanted a beer, but then I said no." And then he asked me if I wanted cocaine. I wasn't sure if he was like, seriously.
Yeah. Hold on.
I think there were a lot of people at that party, honestly, that couldn't get a read on Armando. And I know you guys already talked about it last week, but
This is a new development.
I just casually sitting back and watching. There's a lot of interactions where I would see you talking with someone else, and the person would turn away after the interaction and be like their eyes would be wide. They'd look like a Peanuts character when they have like the little parentheses on the outside, and they're just like, what transpired there?
I hear that a lot.
This is a new development from the birthday.
I hear that people can't get a read on me a lot, and I have no fucking idea what that means.
If you want to get into it, we can get into it, because I think I've kind of gotten a read on you.
Okay.
And
Break
it's
it down.
because I think you're looking for prompts in conversation. And again, I think it's because you're a funny person.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're a comedian, and that's what you're doing naturally. As you're walking down the street, you're like, this could be material. This could be material. What can I do to do the thing that I love doing most, which is making people laugh and like making comedy. But there's a lot of people that aren't that way. I learned this too. There's a lot of people that aren't this way and then just think you are weird.
That's fine.
Like it's like they're like, why? How did I was just talking with this stranger, and how did I become the diving board for their leaping into the pool to make jokes?
Yeah.
Why do I have all this cocaine now?
Yeah. So when you go,
I didn't actually have cocaine.
I know, that's the thing. It's
can I
like,
get you a beer? Oh, cool, man. Sure. And then you go, can I get you into cocaine? It's like, I don't know you. And this is Southern California. Are you offering are you a cop?
Yeah.
Like there's so many
No.
things that
See,
go.
that's the thing is all it takes is just past the first day of interaction,
Yeah.
and then you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I got to know you, I'm like, okay, I know how this works. Like we do our back and forth thing. We have totally normal conversations too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like by the
it's great.
third cocaine deal, I was like, all right.
I like
He
that
does.
guy.
guy.
And he does have a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be getting any drugs. out
When
of
you
this,
were
I
giving me
guess.
some of those grape tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Perfect from your
tasty.
garden. I
Farmers market, baby.
I was having a conversation with somebody the other day where I realized that. So first of all, I started doing improv when I was 14.
Humble brag.
No,
Oh wait, what's the opposite of a humble brag?
a
A
sad
not
fact.
humble sad fact.
A
Yeah.
sad fact about my life. I started doing improv when I was 14. Before that, I was already doing like drama stuff. And then I started doing stand-up comedy when I was 17. So I fucked up in that my entire adult life and part of childhood has all just been based around comedy. I didn't go to college. I barely graduated high school. My entire life has just been comedy.
Just riffing, baby.
So that's all that I know. And also, every single one of my friends is a comedian.
Yeah.
That's it, too.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing.
Which
I don't
you
really
speak in their
interact.
language.
I don't really interact with, like,
Normies.
no. That's not how I mean it.
Unfunny people.
Yeah.
I just don't. When every single conversation you have is filled with bits and riffing. Like I was texting this girl, and I was
Humble brag.
No, I was texting this girl, and she sent something over, and I couldn't think of a joke. So I didn't text her back for 36 minutes. And then I was talking with Charlotte, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what to fucking say because I can't think of anything funny to say. And Charlotte just went, why don't you just say a sentence,
Yeah.
you fucking monster?
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah.
Some people really like it. Most people, I wouldn't say don't like it, but I've heard that phrase that people can't get a read on me. I
Yeah.
don't get it because I think it's very obvious. I think
It
I'm
is
very
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
because
like,
you see the Matrix, right? You're you're Harold Perrineau or whatever, sitting in front of a screen of numbers and things going down, and you're like hot dog, mountain, hot lady in a red dress. Everyone else just sees a screensaver.
Yeah.
Right. So like that's the difference. Like so.
Mondo, I will say, if I hadn't had actually spent like quality time with you, like just chatting about things we enjoy and our common interests, I would probably be like annoyed by you. Like you would annoy the shit out of me. But I like you so much because like we have so much in common and we've had genuine conversations. But I get what everybody's saying.
This is like reading all the mean comments in person.
This is an intervention.
Here, I'm defending you. Armando is great.
That doesn't sound like you were defending
Solid
me.
defense. Break them down.
Yeah,
first
you're
and
like,
build
I know
them
this
back up.
doesn't sound like I'm defending you,
Yeah.
but trust me, I'm not.
You gotta break them down to build them back up.
Because really what she said is like, if I didn't get to know you in person, I would hate you. Anyway, have fun doing this podcast in front of all of these people
That's
who will
not
never
what I
meet you.
said.
No, I know. Yeah,
So I mean, back to what you were saying though.
uh,
We were talking about wrestling, and I was like, oh yeah, like maybe I could figure some time, or we could do some training or whatever, or I'd love to have a match or something. And they were like, cool. And then you, someone they don't know, you go, do you think I could be a wrestler?
that was a genuine question.
Yeah, but that at this point they were already like, does this guy have cocaine?
No!
Like so I think when you say after you offer them cocaine and they don't know who you are, and then you go, do you think I could be a wrestler? They're like,
I want to be
Yeah,
very clear,
like-
too. The cocaine thing was very clearly a joke. It was like in a long list of things that I was offering. Because I said, can I get you a beer? And they went, no. And I went, oh,
Well, wait, what
I
else
get
is
it.
on the list?
There was like a bunch of
Oh,
shit.
you liking that harder stuff? I
Yeah,
see.
that's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
no. My bit was like, oh, I get it. You're just kind of like doing like the diet thing. You want to stay fit. Can I get you some cocaine?
Right.
You know.
That being said, and I don't know, I don't have to bring this up. The reason why you came over to my house, I don't have to bring that.
Oh,
that
because
bit. But I should have. But like I should have been more aware because there were no bits, and like you were really serious on the phone, and like I should have been like something's up. Like I hope Armando's okay because
I had to travel. I had to go. I left my when we did the drunk stream. I left my wallet in the office, and I thought I'm not going to need my wallet. It's going to be fine. And then I needed to travel, and so I
Okay, Ryan Haley.
how did you?
I needed to travel, so I had to come to the office to get my wallet out.
like Sunday night, it was
Sunday
like
night.
8 p.m. or something.
And so I called Justin and told him like, hey, can I come get your key card, get into the office, get my wallet? And I come over, and I haven't told him because I don't really want to, I didn't want to tell anybody, freak anybody out. And so I get over to his house to pick up the key card, and he goes, yeah, man, so what's going on? You got like a comedy show or something? And I go, no, my uncle's dying. And he went, huh.
Oh yeah.
wasn't sure. Yeah, I was like, how to take a beat to be like, is this a joke? Or then I was like, wait, but this is a pretty dramatic thing he's doing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think it was a
Yeah.
sincere moment.
My uncle passed away on Sunday, and I had to go drive to a hospital to go see him. And if you want, my whole family is like me to a way where like my uncle's been on dialysis for months, and every year and a half his organs will start failing, or his organs would start failing, and he'll go into the hospital, and he'll start like dying, and then somehow miraculously he'll bounce back and be stronger than ever. And he's just been doing this for
Like a
years.
Saiyan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like he does to my entire family what you guys think that I do to you on a daily basis, where he's just like, "Oh, I'm dying. Everyone come near. Everyone," and then he just fucking bounces back stronger than ever. This time he did not. This time he died. Yeah, this time he died. And everyone's really upset about it and sad about it. And you know what I think is really funny is that if my uncle knew how many people were just absolutely torn up about his death, he would be so happy. That's exactly what he
That's
would
a great way to go
happy
out,
in
yeah.
I'm glad they're feeling pain kind of way, or happy in a I'm glad that at least I had an impact on people's lives, that it mattered.
My whole family wants to be the center of attention.
Okay, all right.
And I think
okay,
the fact that I've never really had to pay for a funeral before, so this is the first time that I'm like, I was telling you I had to pay
Yeah.
for a casket. You know how much a casket costs?
too much.
It's
Too
fucked
much.
up how expensive dying
Do you
is.
know how much a potato sack costs? Not much.
Not
Right.
much.
Or a shovel.
Yeah.
Or
I
a
also-
roaring fire.
Yeah.
I've been talking to people about this, and you can guess how much people have had people die. Because like I'll ask people like, you know how much a casket is? And like, oh my God, I couldn't imagine. And then you ask other people like, you know how much a casket is? And they're like, low end, like $12.50 probably if you're going for that. You know, the higher end ones are going to be
Yeah.
$32, and it's like, oh fuck, all your grandparents are dead.
I just don't understand why they make them so comfortable inside.
Yeah.
Who gives a
Yeah.
shit?
Stuff.
I want I'm probably not going to be buried in a casket when I die.
No.
I think either Neptune Society
Yeah.
or
Jedi funeral
I mean,
pyre.
part of me
hell,
wants to be
that's how I'm
cremated, but I know that requires a lot of energy too. So they have
Yeah.
those body farms. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's not going to be in a casket. But if it were in a casket,
Yeah. What do
say
you,
I'm a political figure, and they
Sure.
need to parade me through the streets. I want hard sandstone, the hardest. Just throw whatever. Go to an industrial site and get a bunch of rocks of different shapes and sizes. Throw it in there. Slump my body down on top because you know what? I don't feel a fucking thing. I don't need a pillow
Yeah.
that's memory foam underneath my dead skull with a melting brain.
yeah.
Yeah, why is it that like Bin Laden gets to fucking sleep with the fishes, just tossed
Yeah.
in the ocean?
Yeah,
why
he
can't
got
we?
the lucky
yeah,
one.
right.
Well, that's because the mob killed him.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He got whacked by
fact.
by little Johnny.
Crossed the
Seal-
line, Bin Laden.
Yeah, we were in a funeral home picking out a casket, and my other uncle, he was like looking at the prices, and he's standing there like this, and he goes, you know, I could just like make a casket. I've been in
Yeah.
quarantine. I've been doing a lot of like woodworking, and I feel like I could probably make a casket. And I was like, oh shit, dude, that's pretty awesome. We go to his house. He shows me the table he makes. This fucking wobbly piece of shit. And I realized that my uncle basically went, I could make like 4 pieces of wood.
That's what
yeah.
you
A
need. That's all
box.
you need.
Get chicken wire and paper mache, baby.
Yeah.
Might not be airtight, so
No,
it might get a little bit.
Put me,
Yeah.
put me
Yeah.
in the thing that they hid the Ark of the Covenant in. That's
No.
what I-
Oh, there we
This
go.
is
just, and just like, do not open.
This is the, have it guarded by top men.
Yeah.
This is the box that what's her face was buried in Kill Bill. This is what my
Okay.
uncle would have made.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a crude box.
That's good. That's fine.
That's all you
That's
need.
plenty.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all you
It's
need.
under the ground.
enough
out of
room
mind.
to do the
They got
fucking
all-
punch.
They got shit now where it's like, yeah, you got the memory foam pillow.
Yeah.
It's silk or whatever. They put you in this nice suit.
So
There's like a portable DVD
Yeah.
player with a TV that comes down, Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you using that for?
Well, that was the worst part is I was trying to buy this cheap ass casket, right? And then Exhibit comes out and he goes, "Yo, I'm gonna pimp your dad."
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, racing stripes.
Yeah.
A
I want
mini
some
fridge.
speed lines on the top.
How big of a subwoofer can we fit in there?
Mhm.
I was looking at the caskets that were there, and I realized that I can't fit into any of them. And at first, I realized like lengthwise, I can't fit into any of them. But then I really started thinking about it widthwise. I also cannot fit into any.
But
of
when
them.
you die and your soul leaves your body, you lose whatever 19 grams or bullshit or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's probably shit that fell out of your ass when your anus released. By the way, Brad Pitt's going, oh, it's the soul. No,
are you
it's
telling me
shit.
are you telling me that I could lose a ton of weight?
It's the
if
best
I,
diet. It's the most reliable diet. Is dying because you instantly lose soul weight,
Yeah.
and then eventually you shit yourself.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that you don't really have to change anything that you're going to do at all, and you're going to continue to lose weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Believe
your
it or
hair
not,
gets
we can.
longer, and your nails get longer.
Listen,
It's a good look.
You're not gonna have to worry about it. That's the good part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you could be like your uncle and look down like they have to deal with this now.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out what to do with my body.
It's so yeah. I don't want to just throw me in like a garbage can. Really.
Oh, okay. Anybody's doing garbage.
Upside-
Anyone's-
like legs up or
Yeah, really. I don't care at this
Oscar
point.
No, I
the
think
Grouch.
like torso at the top.
So
I really,
gotcha.
yeah. We, it's crazy how like, so my grandma bought a plot for her to be buried in, right? And so the way that it works is that she bought a plot next to my grandfather. My grandfather passed away, and so there is a plot with a headstone that has my grandfather's like Emilio whatever Torres, whatever he was born to when he died. Next to that immediately is Yolanda Torres, my grandmother's name, with the year she was born and then no year ending with it.
Oh, it's like a
Yeah.
pre.
Yeah.
It
It
says
Soon, yeah,
Pre-order.
imminent.
No escape.
And so we've gone
Pre-order.
over to the plot to like mourn my grandfather, and then I'll look slightly over and just be like, oh fucking great, dope.
Get some pre prayers in real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you get any bonus? I feel like if you buy a plot that early, you should get some bonuses.
Yeah.
Like you get like
Some
an extra
perks.
DLC costume or
Like
something.
a statue of a xenomorph or something.
You get a I'm gonna die someday T-shirt.
Yeah.
that you can wear.
The other people see it and they're like, "Damn, I want to be buried in that." Nah, she pre-ordered, dude.
Yeah.
It's
You had to
crazy.
put down $1 and
Yeah.
she got a T-shirt.
Yeah, but now she because we're because she thought that she was gonna die before her kids. She wants to use that plot to bury my uncle in it. But we already have the headstone, so the funeral people are like, "You can't do that. We already have the headstone. Also, where are you gonna be buried?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna be cremated. You pour my ashes on the grave." And they're like, "You can't do that." And my grandmother, being like the greatest person I've ever met, just goes, "Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
What
stop
are you gonna
me?
do?"
I'm gonna do
And they're
it.
like, "Well, we won't spread your ashes over that." She goes, "Who said
Anybody
you're gonna
can.
spread my
Yeah.
ashes?"
Yeah.
I've got kids. She's saying this all in Spanish, by the way. She goes, "I got kids. I got other kids. I got grandkids," and she points to me. And I don't speak Spanish, so I'm standing there. I'm upset, and I'm standing up. So I look a little upset, and I'm standing behind my grandmother like this.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
6'5",
Yeah.
towering over everyone, and I didn't realize that my grandma goes, "I got kids. I got grandkids."
The grandest kid of all.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Did she say grandkids or grande kids?
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, death happens. I went to Justin's house, and yeah, I didn't. It's hard for me to be serious with people sometimes because when I'm trying to be genuine, I feel like I have to like get a card. Like a card that I can keep in my wallet where it's just like, look, this isn't an emergency.
Yeah.
And
This is a
sincere.
serious
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
I can't misuse this.
Yeah.
This is sincerity. Yeah. So when you were talking about wrestling with those guys, I was so interested because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wrestler.
Same.
That's what I wanted to be. I had a whole thing picked out. I was going to be El Toro. My
Right.
thing was like I was going to be like a matador, but I would also be the bull.
Yeah.
And my move was basically going to be like, what is it? The DDT, the spear, like edges.
Two very different moves.
Yeah.
You just said two
No,
very,
no.
very different moves.
It was I would spear somebody first and then do a DDT. It was hard to
That's not going to
explain.
work
It
because
didn't-
in
I
the
was-
spear, you're putting yourself in the DDT position.
Yeah, I know.
It's not going to work.
The thing is that I was 11 and I was
Okay.
like, I can have two signature moves. I can have two finishers.
So this is why they couldn't take you seriously because you said you were going to do the spear DDT.
Okay, I didn't tell
Also,
them
we
that.
don't need any more wrestlers out there spearing people.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it's the most overused fucking move ever.
Well, I did. Yeah, I did fuck with them a little bit because I did tell them that I was going to do the 619, and they looked me up and down and
Oh,
went,
yeah,
"He's
yeah.
full of shit."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which is a move. Yeah, it's a very dexterous move. But I wanted to be a wrestler. My entire character, for some reason, a lot of his backstory was based around being from New Mexico. Never been to New Mexico in
Yeah.
my life.
But still,
At that
All right,
point,
yeah.
yeah,
There's
States.
Fuego del Sol.
yeah,
You know Fuego del Sol?
yeah.
He's the greatest luchador from Alabama. Alabama's greatest luchador, Fuego del Sol.
It's very easy. Yeah,
Competition is not stiff.
What was your like? Did you have like a story picked out, like a background or a character?
I mean, when I was a kid and I did backyard wrestling, I was James Willems, but I went by Real Deal.
Real
James
deal.
Real Deal Willems.
That's bad.
Found out but then Evander Holyfield had me beat by like 10 years,
Yeah.
which I found out afterwards.
But you also, yeah, I mean, he may got the name, but you got both ears.
But we would do storylines and stuff because I like the whole entertainment package of professional wrestling, not just the athleticism, but the whole package of like basically I'm not into sports, but imagine if you could make a sport so that way every single match was the most compelling version of it. Like it's like the scripted version of the already scripted Logan Paul boxing matches. Like, but imagine if the person who was coming up with it knew how to make it good.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what wrestling has always been. So when I did that with friends in backyards, we would come up with stuff. And the first thing I was like, okay, so here's the thing. I want to be a face. I want to be like a baby face, which is a good, super good guy, and come out. I had a song picked out. I was like, yeah, rock and roll song, come out. Yeah. But then as soon as I win the belt, I want to just become a piece of shit. A piece of shit.
Huge turn.
And I just want to beat that. And I just want to go like it immediately went straight to my head. And now I'm wealthy because of it. No one's ever going to take this from me.
How old are you?
Probably from like ages 13 to 16 or
Okay.
whatever we would
So
do
yeah,
this.
your idea of wealthy in your head is like, I just won $20.
Yeah. And so I've always liked the seems like a genuine approach to ultimately getting to the point where you're just overtaken by the ego of the whole thing. And now there's lots of more blurred lines between what is a face and what is a heel. But that's always been my thing. And then so now, like, if I ever wrestled again, it would probably be under the James Angel alias, or James the Angel Willems, or some sort of variation of that. And that's purely because when we did a WWE series at Funhaus and I was making everyone's character, you can get the announcer to say your name.
Ooh.
They have a ton of first names, but last names you're not going to find your last name, so you have to figure something out. And so I was like, I got to get this done. I got to James. And then like, it's like the third one down was Angel. And I was like, James, Angel, it works. And then I just went with that. And so that became the thing. But now I kind of dig it. It's fun. And then like you incorporate wings into your stupid motif, and you can name.
And then when you have your heel turn, you can be the fallen angel.
That's already a thing.
Okay.
Christopher Daniels has that taken, but like. I mean, everything has already been done, but it's just like then the irony of like, I mean, even just like an angel just being such a pompous thing. Like, even if you don't change your name, it's like that's what you think of yourself. Like to call yourself something so heavenly is like already kind of a prickish thing to do. But then if you're a good guy, it works. And if you're a bad guy, it works.
Still works.
So.
Yeah, I when we were at your party and I was talking to these guys, he was like, they were talking about how he would definitely like come in, be a face, because they were gonna. I always thought that was really funny. I don't know if you guys watched wrestling growing up.
I played the N64 games.
Yeah, that was
I didn't watch
only
wrestling.
video
Watch
games.
wrestling now. It's real good.
Yeah, like
It's in a
AEW.
renaissance.
I've been wanting to get into that because like everything in the past is like I could never catch up with all that. But it's like with a new start, maybe I could get in on it now.
You can really just jump in whenever.
Yeah.
Because like when I jumped in, people that I really loved were like were faces, you know, and they were like even like I would call them the equivalent of like an anti-hero or like an anti-face. Like I came in when like DX. But and the version of DX that was like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. When it was just them. They were like the anti-hero. They were really like the Deadpool of wrestling, kind of. But I really loved like the characters and shit, and so I wanted to always be a face because those are the guys you cheer for. I was talking to those guys, and they were basically like, "Yeah, you would have to be a heel. You would have to be a bad guy." And I went, "What? Why do I have to be a bad guy?" And they're like, "Oh, you're too big.
Oh,
If you're this big, you would never be like. No one would ever see you as a good guy because you know the underdog is like the good guy."
yeah.
And I don't know why. At this point, I was a little drunk, and I just go, well, "What if I shave?"
And you went my whole body.
No, I started with, "What if I shave my beard?" And I have a baby face, and they went, "I don't think that'll help."
Yeah.
And I went, "Well, what if I shave my head too?" And then by the end of it, it was like, "What if I shave my entire body?"
And again, they were
Big
not
baby.
prepared for like every single next thing you hit them with, they were like,
But I was really, you kept telling me that you couldn't tell if I was being serious or not, and that really hurt my feelings because I was dead serious. I've always wanted to be a wrestler, and I would love to wrestle with you.
So, yeah, I could tell you were being serious. I was kind of trying to speak for them because I could tell that they were somewhat alarmed by this conversation.
Fair enough.
And so I don't think that they were going to be like, "Who the fuck are you? And what are you talking about? And why are you saying these things?" So I was trying to give them some leeway and go like, who knows if this guy's serious? Because I think that's what they were thinking.
And then I would turn to you, you would go, "Who knows if this guy's serious? That's wild." And then I would turn to him and go, "I'm dead fucking."
And then he would do that,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "What's going on between these two? Like,
They're gonna fight.
they're gonna fight right now?
Absolutely.
Are they
They
building
would
tension? Is this a storyline?"
I've slowly realized that like this is happening in my house, and I talk to everybody and nobody.
Yeah.
I don't think I had like an actual conversation. I don't think I talked to Tara the whole time.
It's your birthday. Though.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
the thing
You
is
do
that
that.
you when it's your party, you just get talked to.
yeah. That's
You
the
are.
thing.
It's your responsibility to accept all of these. Like,
Yeah.
thank you.
I just stood in the middle,
Yeah.
did a few twirls.
Yeah, it's honestly the busiest part. Like that's what you have to do. It's really funny.
Yeah.
But I also thinking back on it feel worse. And this is the last thing I'll say about it. But I at one point they asked me like, how do you know Jacob? And I go, oh no, I'm just the DoorDash guy. Yeah, I just looked cool. I just stuck
seemed
around
fun.
because when I walked in, I came
You
in
had
with
my
the
DoorDash
coke.
that was also a joke.
Yeah, it was also a cocaine joke that I
yeah.
was not privy to. I showed
Yeah.
up at Jacob's house. There was a package of Coca-Cola
It's on my doorstep. Yeah.
on the doorstep, so I picked it up right when you opened the door, and I went, "Hey!" So they saw me walk in with a package of Coca-Cola, and then I told them, "Yeah, I'm just the DoorDash guy." This seemed fun.
Yeah. And they did the eyes like.
Yeah.
I doubt that's true.
Sometimes
But also, I don't know you.
Sometimes I feel bad because I can't help it. Like it comes out of my mouth, and I don't mean to do this kind of.
Feels like you've been this way for like your whole young life.
Yeah, I've been this
Up
way
till now.
forever.
Yeah.
Just I always think it's really funny to. People adhere to who they are so much.
Yeah.
And if you deviate from that even a little bit, they don't know what to do. And there's that level of like, I guess it is like a level of like fucking with people. But I think it's so great to just like because if you take somebody one step out of their comfort zone, they will stop giving you bullshit answers to like regular questions. Like people won't small talk with you if you start fucking with them. They will, and they'll actually give you real pieces of information about them. They'll open up a lot if you start fucking with them because they don't know what's real or not, so they don't feel like they have to be guarded with you.
We have a rule. We have like a big board, like a pin board at our house, and we have 3 rules. And the first rule is never miss an opportunity to troll. Because I agree, it keeps things fun, keeps things spicy. But then, like I think there is sincerity in the troll and the constant bits because it allows you to kind of dig deeper a lot of times.
Yeah, that's really
It's a safe space.
You had one of the funnest stories of a party that I've ever heard.
Which one was that?
You were telling me about the really fun drink that you made for
everyone. Oh yeah. So we have at our house. I live like with a bunch of people, and
you live on a compound.
We live on a compound.
You're in a cult.
Yeah, and so we have our best cult party. Our biggest party we have every year is our Halloween party, and that's personally my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. You get to dress up, you get to be silly, and get to just have fun all night. And so we have like our big party. We open up to everyone, like friends of friends. The only rule is you have to have a costume. That's the only rule. And so it's always like a BYOB, but we have like tons of drinks. And, like not everyone drinks alcohol. And
is it a bring your own booze?
Yeah, bring your own booze.
I already feel bad about that.
But like we always make like a bunch of drinks. Like one year the theme was like spooky science. So we made like a bunch of Jell-O shots. But we always have like, as of like 4 years ago.
Jacob just had a reaction, a physical reaction.
Watch this. Jell-O shots.
We kind of like more.
Oh, no.
Let's see no more.
But we like kind of stumbled onto this by accident. We have like this big cooler, and we always fill it up with we would fill it up with a drink. And then one year we had all collectively just gotten obsessed with the Gatorade Pepino Limon, the cucumber lime Gatorade.
Have you had it?
It's like agua fresca and
agua
Gatorade.
fresca,
It's the best
amazing.
Gatorade by far.
I mean, if you made it at one of your Halloween parties, I've had it.
Yeah.
So.
And so like we fill up the entire cooler with it, and we're like, okay, well, like, there's a lot of people in our community that don't drink alcohol. And so we can have this be the base. And then, if you want to add alcohol to, you can. But I don't know when we decided, but like as part of the Halloween decorations, like we lit it up so it was glowing, and then we gave it this crazy name. And we're like, let's just troll people and like not tell them what it is. Like if they ask, I think it was called like slime or ooze or something, because that was in par with the theme. And so like everyone was, the party had like tons of people, and like everyone was drinking it. Like they drank the entire, and like we bought a shit ton of Gatorade. And that year, like usually our party like winds down around like 2:00. Like we had to kick people out at like 4:35 in the morning. And it's because like everyone just got so fucking hydrated off of Gatorade, and like it tastes so good that you think it was a mixed drink. So a lot of people had no idea, and they'd ask what it is. They're like, it's ooze, just drink it. Like
I know, if somebody ever walked up to me at a party and said, it's ooze, just drink it, I'm leaving the party.
And so now it's like a staple of our parties. Like we always have the Pepino Limon. We don't say what it is. And then people like, and since we've had it, like no one's gotten sick, like no one's thrown up.
Oh, wow.
And so it's like, all right, if we have to deal with just like hella hype people, like going hard till 5 a.m, just like hydrated off their ass.
This is interesting because now I know what it is.
Yeah, so it's spoiled now for you.
For you.
Okay.
But can you carry this dark secret with you?
Yeah, I will tell no one.
First of all, I love the fact that you did this because I don't know if any of you have ever had to trick drunk people into drinking water. They don't. You get to a level of drunk where you're like, drink water, and they're like, fucking fuck water. I've never drink water again. And we've done at like our parties that I used to throw at my old. I used to live at a comic house, which is pretty much the same thing as you, except we're all very poor and gross.
I don't understand why my perception of social interaction is so fucked up.
No, I told you I know why.
I live
it
in a
is.
comic house, by the way.
Yeah, a comic house is
Sounds
like
lawless.
it's
Yeah.
a 3-bedroom house with 15 people living in it.
Oh dear God.
And yeah, it's disgusting. It's gross. I paid extra to have like a private room. There was dudes that just lived in a bunk in a hallway.
Was
like
Ryan
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like a very
Ryan
Ryan.
might
Yeah.
have been there.
yeah,
with you.
it's,
Right.
it's he wasn't there, but it's everyone was like Ryan.
Yeah, he was subletting his apartment so he could sleep in the closet and stuff,
Yeah.
make some extra money.
A man sublet my hallway. I'm being serious. I'm sorry to keep bringing it back to the hallway, but somebody had to go on the road. Somebody, by the way, a very successful comedian had to leave the hallway bed to go on the road. And then another man came in and sublet the hallway
Wow.
from him.
I hear you got an open hallway.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the guy who owned the house wanted to sell the house, and we all had to move out. Anyway, I lived at a comic house, and we had a trick where when people got to that level of drunk where they wouldn't want to drink water, we would pour them shots of water and just keep getting them to drink the water, or we would just put enough lime inside of like Topo Chico or like a Perrier or something. Just put enough lime in it to where it doesn't taste just like sparkling water, and just
Yeah.
have them drink it.
And they think it's like a cocktail or
Yeah,
something.
and then, they
Sour.
and then they don't care. Also, the funniest thing ever is having somebody do a water shot and watching them go, "Oh,
It stings,
ooh,
yeah.
yeah, hate that." Also, I as a smallest thing, you don't drink very much, right?
Not so often. No,
No.
not really.
I saw James get drunk on the drunk stream that we did.
Mhm.
On those Jello shots.
On
That's
those
a
Jell-O
bad
shots.
drunk.
It's
too.
a it's a,
Ooh,
it's a
it's
hard
so
drunk.
sugary.
They're really good Jello shots,
Oh, I bet.
and they were very effective.
It was
Yeah.
great during, but
Mhm.
like as soon as that stream was ended, I walked into the editing room and fell asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep on the Uber home.
Yeah, me too. It was like an hour-long Uber ride.
I don't know where my
and
our Uber driver was just going. He was like, you know what? I think it's a good day to just go for a drive. And I was like, where are we?
we were in traffic like the whole time, and
Yeah.
I like kept waking myself up because I'd be like in the back with my mask on, like. And he would laugh every time, and I was like, "Oh God, we're so far away from home," and I just wanted
Yeah.
to lay down.
But I
Thanks, Lindsay. They were delicious during the stream.
I was sitting next to James the whole time, and before the drunk stream, I was trying to eat something as a snack, and I picked something out, and he judged me for it. He just went, "I don't know
Was
why
this
you."
after I was drunk or before?
This is before you were drunk.
okay. Yeah.
You looked at what I was eating, and you went, "I don't know why you would eat that." I mean, you can not eat that, and you can eat like
Oh, yeah.
2 of these.
One of the snacks. Yeah, one
Yeah,
of
one
the
of the
snacks
snacks
that
in the
was
break room.
Yeah, in the break room. Yeah.
Yeah. And you were telling me about like the calories in it, and like and genuinely trying to give me like health advice.
Yeah.
And then we got drunk, and immediately you turned to me and you go, "I don't want a fucking fast break bar."
We came to the topic of a fast break bar more naturally than that.
Yeah.
But then I was like, man, we should have them right now.
Yeah.
Why don't they exist right in front of us? And then you went, I could just order some. And I went, you better do it right now. If you know it's good for you.
Yeah. So we ordered 2 fast break bars, but I was fucked up too. So I DoorDashed them to my house.
Like an hour goes by. I was like, what happened to him? You're like, I'll find out.
Yeah.
And then it turns out
Well,
they
I
just
ordered them
left
to
at
my
your
house.
This
doorstep.
eventually have a happy ending, though.
It does.
Eventually.
Because at Jacob's party, you weren't drunk, but you were like a little.
I mean,
buzzed.
I think I had maybe a beer, or no, there was
Yeah,
cider
yeah, you
there.
had the
So I
cider.
had like a cider, but it was just more I needed closure.
Don't forget your
Yeah.
maple whiskey shot.
Oh,
my
right, the maple
God.
whiskey shot.
Because it happened immediately after the maple bacon whiskey shot.
Yeah,
which is it's like drinking maple syrup with bacon fat mixed in.
Mhm.
It didn't
Yeah.
taste great.
No.
Yeah,
The
whiskey
aftertaste was
after
nice.
after hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so James again brings it up, and I had to DoorDash beer because all of the
Yeah.
alcohol.
You had me DoorDash
Yeah,
beer
because
and
I
fast break
forgot
bar.
my wallet
It-
at the office, and I didn't have an ID, and I needed an adult to buy me beer.
You need a 30-year-old to buy you beer.
And so yeah, we brought fast break bars, and I put a fast break bar in James's hand, and I got to watch him open it and take a bite, and I watched a grown man turn into a child again.
They're so good. They're so good, honestly. And when the drunk stream gets cut down into a video, you will hear more of the praise for the fast
Yeah.
break bar. But here's the thing: if you're gonna just put something in your body
hmm
that is going to destroy you from the inside out, it should be good.
Mhm.
And the fast break bar is real good.
And it's
Real
a
good.
Textural delight too.
Yeah, it's got so many textures. It's basically like if someone took the peanut butter, but the specific kind that's inside a peanut butter cup, and then filled like a train tunnel made out of chocolate with it, and then it's just so good. Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
But I didn't finish it. I didn't finish the whole thing.
I didn't either.
couldn't. It was
Oh.
a king size, and I was
Yeah.
like, I
Whoa,
was
you
like,
got big ones?
I got the
can't
big
even
one.
finish
Those
it.
were the only ones they had.
That's
Yeah.
a slow break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it really turns you into a very slow crawling machine. Yeah, I hadn't had anything to eat that day, so that was the first thing that I had to eat, other than like pieces of the charcuterie board that you had.
Oh, is
Oh,
that
yeah,
why they're
there's
called?
a
Is
computer.
they're like the inverse of breakfast? It's a fast break.
oh yeah.
Oh, God. I don't
Oh.
think you're supposed to eat. If you start your day with a fast break bar, that's a bad day.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about having all those Jello shots and then eating a candy bar
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't have. It's like drinking. I can't eat another one for like at least 2.5 years. I got it, and it felt good.
Yeah. I'm excited for that video. That'll be
Yeah.
fun.
That's gonna be a good one. And hey, we've got a great podcast for you. Got some stories to
Now
go
we're
over.
through the intro.
Quick brief opening.
But before we get into it, we're gonna hear a word from our sponsors.
This podcast is brought to you by Wild Alaskan Company. When you defrost seafood, the freshness countdown begins, and who knows how long that fresh grocery store fish was defrosted. Wild Alaskan Company freezes their fish right after it's caught, so it's delicious when you're ready to cook. Wild Alaskan Company delivers sustainably sourced wild-caught seafood to you. Each shipment contains premium cuts of individually wrapped portions of delicious seafood that are ready to prepare and easy to cook. You can choose from salmon, cod, halibut, or a combination of everything. Wild Alaskan Company seafood is how it should be, always wild, never farmed, no antibiotics. I got a shipment of the seafood, and I was kind of overwhelmed at first with how much they had sent, but I have gotten to try a big old cutlet of salmon, and it was delicious, and here's how I know it was delicious, because sometimes it's hard to tell with fish. I just put a little salt, a little pepper, and then baked it, and it was just perfect. Like when you can taste the flavor inside of the fish, that's how you know it's good stuff. You can also right now get $15 off your first box of premium seafood when you visit wildalaskancompany.com/FHpod. That's wildalaskan, ALASKAN, company.com/FHpod for $15 off your first box. wildalaskancompany.com/FHpod. Make sure you use the URL to let them know that we sent you.
Anyone that's had a wireless contract knows about the endless mystery fees and misleading promises. So when I heard Mint Mobile has a service that starts at only $15 a month, I didn't believe it. But turns out it's for real. And all their plans are premium wireless service with unlimited talk, text, and high-speed data on the nation's largest 5G network. Their secret sauce is selling service online only. And no brick and mortar store means lower overhead and lots of savings directly to you. Plus, you can use your own phone with Mint Mobile and keep your number. And if you're not totally satisfied, Mint Mobile's got a 7-day money-back guarantee. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped directly to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/dude. That's mintmobile.com/dude. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/dude.
And welcome back. I'm still here with the J-Man group. Got all my boys here. We've got some stories. The top story this week that I feel like we would be remiss if we did not talk about it is that the cast for an upcoming Mario movie was announced last week during Nintendo Direct. I've been waiting several days to talk about this, by the way. The biggest and seemingly most upsetting news is that Mario will be played by none other than Chris Pratt.
He's so cool.
She's disgusting.
Lindsay, we have
He's so
we have
damn
the
cool.
official cast photo up here for Chris and
Yeah. We were just talking about funerals and stuff, so it's perfect.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
hang on.
This is his memorial.
It does look like that.
Rest in peace, Mario Pratt.
Yeah, that's what Charlotte was saying, that it looks like the last word he ever said was Mario.
he took this photo so that way he could be taken more seriously as an actor.
Yeah.
Because we were saying he was like, he basically drove by a Clint Eastwood poster or like something like Clint Eastwood profile, and he said,
Yeah.
I want one of those.
Which is great because he already has like the politics of a Clint Eastwood character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
God.
Clint Eastwood, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's,
I mean-
lines are blurred these
Yeah.
days.
They were all proxies
Um,
of Clint Eastwood.
How do you guys feel about this casting? Not just Chris Pratt. I have a broad.
Yeah,
like
do the whole
I'm
list.
not
Yeah.
gonna pick anyone out of this list because I don't care.
Yeah, because the rest of the casting choices are about as wild as you would expect. We've got Charlie Day as Luigi. We've got Jack Black as Bowser, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, and Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong.
It's
We
yeah.
don't have a cast Yoshi, by the way.
I hope they don't give Yoshi like a human voice.
It's gonna be like Bobby Moynihan or something.
yeah.
It probably this is how ridiculous things are. It probably will be a celebrity doing noises.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be Vin Diesel.
I mean,
again.
what was in, like,
That's
the
who should have been Mario.
Yeah.
A real Italian.
I mean, like in the Suicide Squad, they like D. Bradley Baker was the rat. It
Yeah?
made
Oh,
squeaks
yeah.
and stuff. So yeah, they could just get anybody and do some weird Yoshi sounds.
Joshua.
There you go.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hire this
I'm,
man.
I'm sure that you guys have all seen the subreddit recently, but I'm more upset that they didn't cast Elise Willems as
As
Toad,
Toad.
Oh yeah.
who is
agree.
clearly the perfect Toad.
Oh yeah.
And she has admiration for the role.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know.
She's pretty much a personified Toad.
Yeah.
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 Well, do you think Keegan-Michael Key's gonna be talking in a voice?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
But here's my issue with all of this. Whether or not you like the people, they're not necessarily transformative actors, and they're not especially voice actors. They're not
Yeah.
known for ever doing. I like Charlie Day. I like Seth Rogen. I like Keegan-Michael Key. I like most of the people listed here, but they are people that Seth Rogen just is Seth Rogen in his
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
Charlie Day is just Charlie Day
Yeah.
in his movies and shows. That says to me that this movie is going to be more about just having them be themselves. Like Mario's going to be more like Chris Pratt than he would be a Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means I'm just less interested in the movie. I know
Yeah.
that's how you get these movies made and sold and put butts in theaters or whatever,
Yeah, get
but
your
I don't really
parents to
care.
come
I
to
like
it.
this casting element made me care infinitely less. about
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
movie.
It's weird to see Mario and like that Mario franchise get like blockbuster Hollywooded in this era of blockbuster Hollywood,
Yeah.
which you're like, it's just gonna be like this personality based, like
It's
who's
stunt
a
casting.
big name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, Chris Pratt as I feel like the Nintendo execs just like watched the Lego
Lego
movie
movie.
and they're like, do that. That's an old IP that people have nostalgia for. Just do that thing.
Do we have nostalgia for Lego Batman?
What aren't you a goddamn like Lego genius
oh,
or
it's
something?
been a while
Yeah,
since
that
it's
was-
come up on the podcast.
Yeah.
That was my actual job title. It was a goddamn
Yeah.
Lego genius or some shit.
It's like a Lego savant.
Yeah, I fucking hate Lego. By the way, every time I tell people that was my job, they go, "Oh my god, it's so awesome." No, it's not. It
You get to
sucks.
play with Legos all the time.
It's not playing. It sucks. But yeah, I didn't know that Lego Batman was such a huge property. I guess.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Well, he was like a beloved side character in the Lego movie.
yeah.
but
He got like a
two
spin-off.
spin-off
Yeah.
things.
worked on
Will
that?
Arnett.
Will Arnett was funny, but
I assumed, right? You
Yeah.
were Will Ferrell.
I worked
right?
on the credits during when they build the end parts.
Oh,
yeah, the office.
oh,
that
you
I
were like a
worked for.
you laid brick.
Yeah, I was.
oh, this dude laying some brick, man.
Yeah, dude, I fucking lay that brick down, dude. It's like laying pipe, but fatter and shorter. Yeah, I did. I think one of the things that I'm least excited for is hearing every sentence Luigi says start with.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, when they first said Chris Pratt, aside from being like, okay, that's gonna be this type of movie, I was like, oh, I wonder if like, because they're also saying what's his name, Charles, the real Mario voice actor,
Martinet.
Charles Martinet is in it and involved. So I was like, oh, is it gonna be a thing where like Chris Pratt like Mario gets a weird like turn or someone gets sucked into Mario, like he's a normal video game character, and then like like a Wreck-It Ralph, where like when the people stop playing the game, then it's like, okay, now it's normal Mario. Like, oh, the old job saving the princess. Like, what, they're gonna have a weird angle, I guess, is like
God.
what I was worried about.
It's Illumination, which can make beautiful movies, but I don't think they've really made a movie that I've enjoyed.
Yeah, they make like kids movies.
Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2, and Minions. Where was I? I overheard something recently since this announcement was made, and I overheard a conversation where someone said, well, it's Illumination, and they did great work with the Minions. And I went, what? Are you like a 5-year-old who just needs moving bright stuff?
Yeah, I mean, that's like clearly there could be animated movies that resonate with everybody. Like, like oftentimes Pixar stuff, but like Illumination movies, like this is something for the kids to watch, and there's gonna be some famous people in it for the parents.
I think it was Blue Sky. They did the Peanuts movie from a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, that looked amazing.
That was like amazing. It was like updated, but it was still very much in the style. And I feel like they would be better suited for something like this. I don't think they exist anymore, but I think they would be better suited for something like this. Because the Peanuts movie, if you watch it, is like the most genuine adaptation of Peanuts. Because it's like kind of monotonous and boring. Like I saw it on a plane and I liked it, but I know other people that are like, I don't like that, and then I hate the Peanuts. And I was like, because they kind of like stayed true to like what the Peanuts are in a lot of ways. But I almost feel like we've gotten how many Mario stories that have existed already that don't require such elaboration that it appears they're intending with this. I also don't care. I don't have a dog in the fight. It's like when Sonic was happening. How do you feel about Sonic? Don't give a shit.
It's funny now in hindsight. Like I was like, wow, what amazing casting Sonic had. Like now,
maybe I'll see it, maybe I won't. But I am not going to stake my reputation or my emotional state at all at what this turns out.
I know this is like such maybe a bad comparison to make, but I remember when they cast Jim Carrey as Dr.
Robotnik.
Dr. Robotnik. And everyone was really mad about it.
They were?
Really? I remember that being positive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure wherever you were, it's different. But I remember people being like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, how'd they pull Jim Carrey? Like, wow. Damn. All right.
Sorry, you mean how did they pull Kaufman? Because he was still
in character.
He's still inside.
Jim Carrey is one of Kaufman's characters.
He is the best part of that film, in my opinion.
Oh,
in Sonic?
In Sonic, I thought he was fun to watch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The initial reaction I saw first of all, the initial reaction I saw when things got announced was how terrifying the character was. The character model.
Of course.
I thought it was perfect.
The true Sonic.
Somewhere out there, again, if I have $1 billion. I'm not going to save this planet, but I am going to make them go back and finish it the way it looked before.
Make it right.
Yeah.
Think of how Knuckles could have looked if they kept the old one. Think of that.
You mean
I go every single night. I'm not a religious man, but every single night, instead of praying to a god, I pray to that Knuckles. And I say, I wish that I could have seen you, my sweet.
With all his teeth.
Tails at the end.
I'm very willing to admit that maybe I was wrong, but I remember when I saw the first thing and they had Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, a lot of people that I knew were really upset about it because it wasn't, the fucking chubby egg boy.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have Egg Boy. So I saw that, and then people were upset. It turned out very well, or it turned out fine because Jim Carrey's great at acting like a fucking crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
This Chris Pratt thing, though, I have no idea. Like, even your thing of like, well, when the camera shuts off, like he's a normal guy. That's worse.
Yeah,
because that
I'm
means
scared
Mario
of that.
is doing a stereotypical accent. That's like if I came on the show and I was like, "Oh, what's up, Wade?"
Yeah. Well, do you think like he's just gonna talk in his Chris Pratt voice, like the Lego movie? He's just gonna be
He's
him.
gonna be Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna make Seth Rogen do it, but they. I watched a video of Chris Pratt. He was very tongue in cheek, but he goes. Hey, it's me, I'm Mario. No, just kidding, guys. I'm working on the voice. It's coming along great, but you got to wait for the movie to come out.
He's going to do a voice?
He's going to do a voice.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he's doing a voice. Whether or not it's like what you said, where he does like, they have like Mario do the Mario voice, and then Chris Pratt is like,
I don't know.
Some wahoos.
How much you want to bet, though?
Yippies.
There's a line where Seth Rogen's like, "Oh, someone stole my stash," and his bananas are gone.
bananas.
Which other Kong was in it?
Cranky
Kong. Fred Armisen, I have no problem.
Yeah,
with.
he's great.
I'm just glad Cranky
He's
Kong's on screen, baby.
Like,
Yeah, he's a
Jack Black as
Transformer
Bowser. That sounds great.
I guess so,
I'm-
but it's just going to be Jack Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Jack Black, but he just does Jack Black. Which,
Yeah.
and when you cast a whole list of people that just do them,
Mhm.
Keegan-Michael Key does a very, but he's more of a character performer.
Yeah.
But still, that like it's just going to be them in the
Yeah.
movie. It's just going to be them.
The problem I have with Jack Black as Bowser is I like Jack Black way more than I like Chris Pratt. So
gonna root for the bad
instantaneously,
guy.
I'm already
Yeah.
rooting
Yeah.
for Bowser.
That's fair.
And then like Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach. Like I like her in a lot, like everything she's been in, but like I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
That was one of the ones
Name
I saw.
what she's been in, Jacob.
Well, like Queen's Gambit, The Witch.
Yeah.
She's in the new,
Yeah.
she's in the
Oh, that's
Edgar
good.
Wright movie.
Oh, right.
Oh.
The Soho. Something
Yeah.
last night in
One
Soho.
which we
Yeah.
haven't seen,
Soho.
obviously.
That was one
Yeah.
of the ones where I didn't have a problem
New
with it.
Mutants.
But it's kind of like I mean, I don't know anything about her. I haven't seen any of her work. Is she a comedic?
No.
No.
Okay.
No,
so
no,
then
no,
that's,
no.
yeah. So it's like, it's kind of strange that like
But she-
they're going
I
to
mean,
make
she
Peach
could
the,
be. Maybe-
yeah, that maybe that's what I'm saying. She could very much have comedic
But
talent. I
there's
don't
a
know anything
bigger
about
net
her.
that we can cast, which is that none of them are voice actors.
Yeah,
really.
that's
and like,
weird,
and I
yeah.
do think that
But-
stuff like this, and whatever. I'm not going to die on this hill, but I do think that voice actors are getting screwed
Yeah.
because they're really good at that craft. It is
Yeah.
a skill set that is developed, just like stage acting, just like all kinds of different things. That is celebrity casting is different than voice casting, and I
Yeah.
think there's a ton of talent out there that could have brought something new and amazing to the role that you would have never gotten from someone who is just a celebrity cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
It's very hard to
on-
find any animated movie that ends up in theaters that doesn't have a huge list of celebrities in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. On that note, though, James, I do want to say, nurses, fucking hire me. I need so much money. I'm paying for a whole funeral. All right, it's fine. It's fine.
Take them,
let's
Illumination.
throw the stones in the box.
I just want to throw this full. I don't want to take them all the way out to the ocean, but I'll throw them in like Echo.
Yeah.
I'll throw them in Silver Lake.
You just gotta outpace the tide.
Yeah.
Just take a little swan out there.
Yeah.
Oh no, a corpse.
That's
that-
not the first.
that makes
time.
two of them.
We've got a fun new segment for the show that I would love to introduce to you. I don't have an intro song for it yet. Actually, I do have an intro song, and it will be performed live by none other than James Willems.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zoo News.
It's time for it. It's time to go. We're gonna get our ticket and see the monkeys. It's Zoo News.
And then I'll give a Seth Rogen monkey. We've got two fun animal stories this week. The first one comes to us from the Bronx Zoo, where two gorillas walked right up to the glass in front of a huge crowd of visitors and started engaging in oral sex.
Nice.
Did y'all watch that video?
Yeah, I did.
I have
No, 'cause
no.
I'm not
Yeah, I
a
did.
weirdo, Lindsay.
Not only did I watch the video, but I needed to find a screenshot, so I had to look up gorilla blowjob.
Don't gorillas have like proportionally to their bodies really tiny penises?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, as somebody that is 1/16th gorilla, I would disagree. Caught on camera by a man who, unsurprisingly, wished to remain anonymous, one gorilla pushes the other onto its back so that it can just go bananas.
Nice.
And I have a picture here. It is safe for work, Lindsay.
Wow.
So one,
All right,
one,
hang on.
one gorilla aggressively
Good for them.
said, "I'm gonna go
I'm going
down
to blow
on
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at all the
Yo,
kids.
it escalates so fast.
Yeah, it escalates. So this gorilla pushes this one down, and then this gorilla goes, "I'm gonna suck your fucking dick," and just goes for it. And then this gorilla goes, "Oh yeah," and gets really into it.
Yeah.
There's thrusting involved.
Wow.
Dude. It's intense.
Look, these poor animals are trapped in a cage their whole life. They might if I was trapped in a cage with other, we'd just
Yeah.
be fucking all the time.
you'd suck
You throw
anything.
us in a
Yeah.
cage.
So wait, keep
There's blowjobs are happening.
this up, Lindsay, because I've got some news for you. It turns out that a couple years ago, these same gorillas were caught 69ing.
Yeah.
That's,
Get
but I
it.
mean, that's a long term. Are they married?
And like they don't
That's a
have any
long time.
privacy there.
No.
Like and they don't care.
That's good, Lindsay.
They're stuck. They
Yeah.
might as well fuck.
Which one will be voiced by Seth Rogen?
Shit. Hang on.
Do you guys remember? I'm all for this.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Because you guys remember that video of the gorilla and the frog?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the frog
Monkey
fleshlight.
and the
Yeah.
frog.
Yeah,
See, I'm not okay with that.
that was sad.
Frog,
'cause I
that
felt-
poor frog.
That wasn't
you-
consensual.
I know it was only at 240p or whatever, but
Yeah.
you could see in that frog's eyes
like,
that it was the worst.
No!
This is
Yeah.
the worst day. They're like, I am just a frog, but this is the worst day of my life.
Yeah,
Well, it's
no,
because
that
it
was
was
brutal.
reversed. The phrase is you have a frog in your throat.
Oh.
Oh, Christ.
Comedy house, huh?
While reading about this story, by the way, I found out two things. One, these gorillas are horny as hell.
Yeah, of
They've
course.
been caught 69ing. They regularly will fuck each other. Reportedly, one time they even did anal in front of the glass.
You'd think you'd see that kind of behavior from a rhino, not
Yeah.
a gorilla.
Secondly, according to the Bronx Zoo, oral sex is a natural occurrence in nature. Gorillas, cheetahs, bears, and even bats have all been known to go down on their partners
Nice.
Cheetahs got that
regularly
rough
in the
tongue.
wild.
Good for them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And but
Yeah,
they-
sandpaper.
they've got a sandpaper tongue and a
Oof.
barbed cock.
Oh no.
It's
It
just
works
like,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how much that means cheetahs love each other?
That's called evolution.
Yeah.
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 Also,
it's like,
I
how,
like
it's like how hyenas birth babies through their clits.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's horrible.
Oh god.
It's bad for
No,
everybody
yeah.
involved.
No,
What?
thank you.
No, like it's
They
a real
birth
thing.
babies through their clits?
Yes.
All right.
How is that possible?
YouTube?
It
How does
is ugly. I've
Oh,
always
yeah, I'm not even sure how it's possible.
How is that possible? I mean, I
It's-
don't really entirely know what a
It's
clitoris is.
horrible for everybody involved.
I think I told this on a gameplay or something, but when I was young, I
Yeah.
have a vivid memory of watching a porpoise masturbate,
Oh,
and had a huge porpoise cock. And there was just me and this like older gentleman who I didn't know, and he was just filming it.
Mhm.
And like
Big
I,
grin on his face.
yeah, and I was just like, even as a young kid, I was like, this is something I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I had no context. I didn't know what masturbating was, but I was like, this guy's enjoying whatever
Yeah.
this porpoise is doing way too much.
You thought there was an eel in the tank.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't get anyone who's like into other animals fucking. You know what I mean?
Why not, Armando? That's not.
I don't know. I even when I watch like pornography and I see like another dude getting it, I'm like, that's not me. It's hard for me to relate. And that's another
You see these
human.
gorillas like, I ain't in this.
Yeah, I'm not there. Well, actually, now
Yeah,
that I
so
think
that
about
the
it,
gorilla's masturbating, you're like, I can get down on that.
gorilla look more
Want
like me
solo
than
action?
a guy in a porn.
Okay,
right?
okay.
That's why you have to be white and generic.
I'm trying. You
Every
got
single
so-
porno I see, I'm like, is that me?
You're not even
He's like
white.
in shape and he's white. And,
Okay, first of all, I can find fat porn. It's
Okay,
upsetting.
right. Yeah, yeah.
It's upsetting and it's amateur and it's grainy, but it's there.
Okay, all right.
Secondly, you're not even white.
I'm white passing.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Yeah.
ethnicity of the
You pointing at Justin?
I'm pointing at the
that?
porn star that would
As-
inevitably be between them.
Jacob and
I don't know
whatever
the
line
ethnicity
these
of
are.
the-
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know the ethnicity of Tommy Hung
That's
or
fair.
whatever. Like it
To
could
be
be anything.
clear, I barely know the ethnicity of Justin.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah, this is very fun because everyone at this table is brown. But you're white passing. Jacob and I together make one white man.
James is what we call a day walker.
A day walker.
yeah. I walk through raindrops. Yeah. Do you guys need me to get you something from the police station? I can.
Yes, please.
I can go right in there and ask for help, and they'll help me out.
I got pulled over today on the way to work.
Not me.
I got pulled over and that's why I was late. You know how much that
Is that
sucks?
real?
That's
you
real.
Pulled over?
Yeah, I got pulled over. I was gonna be here early, and then I got pulled over, and the cop said that I was driving suspiciously. And I was like, "What the fuck does that mean? How do you drive suspiciously?" And I thought back on it, and I was going,
Yeah. I was gonna say. Yeah. Your car is mostly front end.
Yeah.
It has like 2 or 3 back. It looks like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen car.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and you had a dog sitting next to you, just like laughing.
"Yeah,
It was weird.
yeah." My passenger seat does go. I can't do the fucking. Thank you. Yeah,
They're like, we noticed you were watching this gorilla video while driving. You were
Yeah,
very
yeah.
distracted.
it's for work. Yeah, I got pulled over for driving suspicious, and then I asked him like, "What do you fucking mean? What does that even mean? How do you drive suspiciously?" And he goes, "Why? What are you being so aggressive for?" And I'm saying, "I'm being aggressive because you pulled me over.
Yeah.
What do you fucking want from me?" And that was the wrong move. So I got my car searched, and then
You got searched this
I got my
morning?
fucking car searched.
What?
Well, that's the thing is they ask
Don't
you
consent.
if you consent to the search, and it's I've been searched so many goddamn
Ugh.
times. It's more effort to fight it than it is to not fight it. And I was looking at Google Maps, and I'm already gonna be like 4 minutes late. And I was like, just look at my fucking car. I have a clean car too. I have no drugs in my car. I never carry drugs on me when I'm coming to work because I'm a sober, good boy at work. And
just dead
You have a
silence.
serious card.
yeah, folks. Listening.
no, okay, yeah,
There's a
very serious card. I'm always
serious
sober at
card
work.
there.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with Omar the other day where he goes, yeah, just like, I mean, just don't smoke before the video. And I go, I never do that. And he goes, yeah, okay. And I go, wait, no, I never do that.
Even before, people always just assumed I was high, and like I smoke occasionally. I'm not, but like even before I ever did, people were like, "This fucking guy is just so stoned."
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's just how I sound. I just look and sound like I'm a suspicious driver. Okay.
Yeah.
I went to school with a guy who had this. I don't think it was a disease or whatever, but he had a medical issue where his eyes, there was something wrong with them, and so basically what it was is that they wouldn't produce enough. Not salivation, but whatever the wetness is of your eyes. Eye juice.
Eye
Thank
juice,
you.
yeah.
They wouldn't create enough eye juice, so he would get his eyes normally would just like be red and kind of inflamed. He would also sort of have like a little bit of the crustiness right here in the corner, like just
sucks.
all day. And so he would constantly be rubbing them, so his eyes would just be like this,
those
and
are
they would be
faded,
red.
yeah.
And he's also just like a super chill guy.
Yeah.
And so everyone assumed that he was like fucking ripped. Every single, like everyone, teachers, students, everyone was just like, yep, that's just blah blah. He's fucking really high. And I talked to him once, and he's like, I don't know why everyone thinks that, man.
I can't see.
I really just like,
My eyes just hurt.
I don't
They're
smoke,
so
I don't
itchy.
do anything. Yeah.
So
And one time he
dry.
goes like, every time I go to church, man, they think that I'm high. I'm just there to get closer to Jesus. That's a real quote of
You
man.
should smoke weed.
Yeah.
If I could cry, I would right now.
Yeah. But I can't produce the wetness.
Oh, it hurts.
Anyway, yeah, I got pulled over. Shit was terrible.
That sucks.
Speaking of getting pulled over, 2 men were arrested in New Zealand this weekend after police tried to execute a routine stop. The country is on Alert 3 COVID lockdown, meaning that travel in the area is heavily restricted without proper
Yeah,
documentation.
they probably found like one person with COVID.
Yeah.
Locked the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing is that there's fucking 16 people there.
Yeah.
So
They
after
got
the,
it handled. They got it handled.
after the officers threw on their lights, the car tried to pull a U-turn and escape, but they were eventually caught. The cops searched the car and found over $100,000 cash and enough KFC to feed an entire family, including extended relatives. The 2 men were apparently known gang associates who were trying to traffic in some of the Colonel's famous chicken and sides. I have a picture
Wait,
here.
is KFC not in New Zealand? Like
No.
it was brought in from.
Yeah.
They
Is the-
broke quarantine for some KFC.
Okay. So was the concern that the virus would be transferred via the chicken, or that they had made contact with some sort of black market KFC dealer that may have?
Yeah, what's the big crime here?
The big crime, the reason they were like put under arrest and are being charged with something is because they broke quarantine.
Okay.
To go get KFC. Lindsay,
Got
I
it.
have a picture. There you go. Thank you. This is a picture of the hall, by the way.
Uh-huh.
That's like kind of viral advertising.
Look at that
Yeah.
coleslaw.
It's worth risking it all.
This
for
is, yeah,
some buckets.
that's like when like they have like a mafioso, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, look, man, you're gonna go to prison, but we'll take care of your family. That's what KFC did. Like,
Yeah.
what, you're gonna go to jail.
the colonel's got you.
Colonel sends his regards. I fucking stab you with a hard biscuit.
Do you
Wait,
guys
and
like
why do they
KFC?
why do they have so much money?
Yeah.
It was very likely that they were drug dealers.
okay.
They had empty, what apparently New Zealanders call ounce bags.
Mm.
But yeah, they also just had all of this KFC. And so really the only crime they broke, because it's not illegal to have money, despite
Yeah.
what United States cops will tell you.
Mhm.
It's not illegal to have empty baggies.
Nope.
It was illegal to cross the border without documentation to go buy KFC.
All right.
but can I get like an ounce of slaw?
What's okay? If we're locked down, and also just for the sake of like morality, let's pretend it's not COVID.
Yeah.
Let's pretend that there's like a citywide ban on one restaurant, and it's your favorite restaurant, and you're gonna risk it all to go get enough of it to feed yourself and your family. What restaurant are you going with? Because I fucking hate KFC.
Like a fast food.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, putting it all on the line for KFC seems like
disgusting.
A mistake.
I have heard
yeah.
though that like KFC is way better in other countries.
That's
People
what I've
say-
heard.
Yeah.
people say that though,
Wow.
and I feel like that's one of those like things that you tell your friends with
Yeah.
no substance. Is that true?
It's like, oh, my
Why would it be
country's
better?
better.
Like I think French McDonald's is like better than American McDonald's or something.
Well, but
Wait.
is that because of different menu? Because
That's because they made the
is it
fries.
different menu items, or it's like because some people will be like, oh yeah, McDonald's
There's
is so
all
much
fast food
better
better.
in Australia.
Yeah.
They put $100 bills between the sandwiches. I'm like, okay, well we don't have that here.
Yeah, like
They
I
have-
don't like KFC.
They
at
have
all.
like
Yeah.
Spanish McDonald's. They have like they use like real ass bread and like better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Yeah.
But yeah, some restaurants are better. I mean, I showed you the picture. It's the same fucking food.
It looks the
pretty-
same.
I
It's
mean,
a
at least
bucket.
the packaging, yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
great
You
photo.
can see the grease already kind of
Yeah,
staining the
yeah,
Nice
bucket.
look
wet
at that.
bag.
Yeah.
It's coming through like so you can't see the grease coming through it.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I think for me, it's always just been. I guess it depends on where you live, but oftentimes you can find better fried chicken
Mhm.
locally as
Yeah.
well. Like,
Always.
Yeah.
if you're in the mood for fried chicken, it's probably going to be better almost anywhere else than KFC. But I know some people like the trash. It's like,
yeah.
it's like,
Some people want the trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
It's
like
part
a
of the
whole
appeal.
meal with it.
But
You
that's
get like
the
your
thing
you want your bucket.
If
That's
I
what you
want if I want trash fried chicken, which is already like, fried chicken is gonna fuck my stomach up
Mhm,
no matter what. I'm already anytime I get fried chicken, I'm committing to like I'm gonna have to shit later.
Mhm.
And I'm lactose intolerant, so that's no big deal for me.
Yeah, you're shitting all the time.
Yeah, I'm shitting all the time. Regularly in my life, I have to go, you know what? This is worth it. I will put myself through hell.
Yeah. I'll do that with hot chicken. Like from
Yeah.
like actual like
Yeah.
hot
Yeah.
chicken. I'm like, this is gonna be delicious, but I know at 4 a.m. I'm gonna be in complete agony.
Yeah.
And I won't be able to fall back asleep.
I will never, ever risk it all for KFC.
No.
No.
absolutely
Popeyes
not.
is my minimum.
I wouldn't risk it for
Popeyes?
Popeyes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't risk it for any like fast food chain.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no.
Because you could just wait. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
What if it's
Yeah, I
not?
don't
What if
even
it's
know about
permanent?
Popeyes.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Let's put a rule on it. It is.
It has
fast
to be a
food.
fast
It
food
has to be a
chain.
fast food
Okay,
place.
yeah.
I'm not
We're
picking
risking it all
Popeyes,
for.
by the way.
Okay.
Fried chicken fried chicken fucks me up no matter where
Yeah.
it's from,
Yeah.
good
And
or bad.
Popeyes is like all batter a lot of the time. What's this? What did I do?
It's the sincerity
Is that
card.
blasphemy?
The sincerity card's out and a gun apparently.
Oh no! Oh no!
He's got everything.
He's got it.
He was the cop was
Yeah.
right.
Ever since I like started having some Raising Canes, it changed it for me.
Raising Cane's is good.
Yeah, I love that
But it's-
Texas toast.
Somebody made this is not my joke. It was on Twitter, but
Mhm.
somebody made the joke of like Popeyes makes fried chicken like your aunt would make it for the family. Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's makes fried chicken like a nice woman who cares about you, like a neighborhood lady who cares about your health.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like I don't want that. Just fucking
want something fast.
Yeah, dip it in lard.
Fast and dirty.
Yeah. So fried chicken aside, because I don't think anyone here at this table is risking it all for fried chicken.
I don't think so.
Except for you, maybe.
Probably not.
Nah, I don't
wouldn't.
think it would.
I think if I was gonna risk it all for something, Del Taco. It's my
Wow.
favorite
Wow. okay.
favorite fast food. I have gone out of my way. There is not a Del Taco near my house. There have been times where I have driven to like 20 minutes away to go get Del
Yeah,
Taco.
let's bring up the photo of this morning when Mondo gets pulled over and it's all Del Tacos.
yeah.
Bags and bags of Del
Yeah.
Taco.
At $100,000.
No. Yeah,
that gives you options too, because they have like burgers and stuff too. If you
They
want to
do
mix
have
it up.
burgers, but I get the same thing every time I go. I get a Del Taco, I get a quesadilla with no green sauce,
Okay.
and I get fries because, controversial opinion, Del Taco, best fries in the fast food
Crinkle
game.
cut fries, so good.
Love
there.
them.
Oh, okay.
nice.
Best
I didn't
fries
know
in the
that.
fast food game.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's a Del Taco closer to us right now than there's ever been, and I'm surprised I've never ordered it.
Yeah, I'm personally
Yeah, it's
shocked
right
as
around the
well.
corner.
I might go get it today.
I'm really hungry right now.
I
Yeah,
kind of want Del
very
Taco right now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Legit keeps throwing up the KFC.
That one was an accident.
No, but it works. It works so perfect. What about you guys?
There's this local place right by it's right by the office, Home State Tacos. I don't know if that counts, but I would fucking risk it all for them.
Yeah, that counts.
They make their own tortillas. Oh, it's
Home
so
State's great.
good.
I
Their
haven't had it in
salsa's
so long.
good.
I'll give it to you for the sake of time, but I more meant like,
Yeah,
I
you
more
need
meant
to be like a proper fast food. Yeah, I wouldn't go
it's
down
gotta
for
be
any
gross.
of them.
Like Arby's or Wendy's. Or
if you were
I am just giving him examples.
Yeah.
If I never had to ring that Arby's bell again, I'd be
Yeah.
fine.
I don't really fuck with fast food anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe like In-N-Out. I like In-N-Out a lot.
In-N-Out is fucking overrated.
I mean, that's because people give it too much praise. Like, for what it is, I think it's really good. It's so freaking cheap.
I
It is
feel the
very
same
cheap.
way about In-N-Out that James feels about fried chicken, where it's like smash burgers, California staple, can be done so much better by so much smaller places that going to In-N-Out at this point is just like, yeah, if you want it fast, and it's not even fast.
Is it fast? I mean, it's fast food, but you sit in the drive-through line for
Yeah.
an hour and a half.
I feel like I
Yeah.
grew up. It came out in Phoenix when I was like in middle school or high school, so there's like a bit of nostalgia for me
Yeah.
too. So I imagine for like locals as well. It's
Where I
like,
lived, it was very easy to get In-N-Out.
yeah,
There's a place in the best place I've ever been. There's a burger joint in Seattle, and I think there's also like in Tacoma and Spokane too. But in Seattle, there's a burger place called Dick's. And I remember because I did a comedy show and some of the other comedians were like, "You want to go get a bag of Dick's?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" I got very offended for a second, and then I took a
and
step
then you were
back.
cast as Mario.
Yeah.
That's history.
nice.
Because that's not on me. That's on Chris Pratt. Anyway, yeah. So they said, "You want to go get a bag of Dick's?" And I was like, "That sounds fantastic." And then I found out that they meant burgers. And
And
there's
you were
this-
disappointed.
I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
There's a place called Dick's, and you can get a burger for I think it's like 89 cents.
Wow.
It's like a single burger, and it's good. And the point is that you're supposed to get like 2 or 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you used to remind
Yeah.
me of Bill. Have you been to Bill's Burger in
No.
Van Nuys? It's
No.
like this. There's this old guy Bill. He's been running it since like the 40s or something.
It's not even a restaurant. It's just his house.
This is what he runs it with. I think it's 2 of his ex-wives.
Love it.
Whoa,
And
okay.
it's like you can only go up to the counter, and he just like no glove raw dogs the meat on his like ancient grill, and it's super cheap. Best
I wonder
burgers.
why.
Yeah.
Best burgers I've had in Los Angeles.
They only work there so they know how much they're getting. He's paying both of them alimony.
It's a
for
wild
sure.
place, and I highly recommend it.
I thought you were
I
going
really
to say
want a
you.
burger.
I mean,
Right
too.
now, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me that you could only go up when he's having a good day. Like when they're all being.
He does like close like super. It's just like on his time, so like he'll wake up and it's like it's like 11 to like 4 or something. Gotta go
Yeah.
home and watch
There-
my soaps.
There was a burger place in San Diego where I used to work, where a guy worked there, and I remember one time because it was next to where I worked, and this one time this lady came over, and because he was like opening up late, he was opening up at like 1 p.m. He was normally opened at 11. He owns the place. It's his place. He just makes like burgers and like fries and shit. She was yelling at him for being late, and he just goes, "You know what? Fuck this. I don't even need to be here today." And he left. She said, "I'll leave you a bad review on Yelp." And he said, "I don't give a shit," and just went home. I love
Wow.
that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so you've got Homestead. I've got Del Taco. What do you got?
No, I'd probably do In-N-Out. It might be the nostalgia
In-N-Out?
thing. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think I had the I'm fortunate that nobody ever hyped it up for me.
Yeah.
So I was able to just like have my own personal feelings towards it instead of people from like out of state telling like, "You gotta get In-N-Out, it's so fucking good."
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
just it got ruined for me because every time I would leave California, people would be like, "Oh my god, how is In-N-Out?" Like
Yeah,
really?
it's
how
like
did
since
you-
I like grew up with it,
Yeah.
kind of.
ask me about like earthquakes or something. you know?
Yeah.
Fuck In-N-Out.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't eat fast.
Fast breaks.
This is, I'm
fast
gonna end this podcast with the most wet blanket answer I can possibly imagine. But I've gotten to the point in my life where I can make more delicious foods at home that I get excited for. I made a breakfast sandwich the other day. That a whole time I was like, yeah. I was like Macho Man in Skyrim. I was like, yeah, oh baby, and I like put it together and I toasted it perfectly, and then I just like took a bite and I was like, oh, it had like turkey bacon and stuff like that.
That
And I was
Yeah.
like,
does sound very
"Mwah,
good.
Honestly,
love it.
Yeah, James
that's
gets
what
pulled
I-
over going to the farmer's market.
Yeah.
That
That's-
wasn't my question because if I'm being honest with you, I make good food.
I will not get arrested going for any of them.
That's true.
Because
He's
I
not
will not have
suspicious.
noticed that they were been outlawed because I had no intention of visiting anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
But if we need an answer, probably some pizza place, though I don't think most fast food pizzas are very good.
No. I think this is we've hit the reason for our wrestling match.
Oh, right. That's
Is
the
you
feud.
just disrespected
That's the
Del
feud.
Taco. Now I gotta take you.
Why
down.
can't people just eat at home? Here comes the hero, the baby face, shaved head to toe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Really, I could probably just eat Brussels sprouts and cauliflower for the rest of my life.
No,
Be
you
totally happy.
can't.
Oh, I love it though. You can do so much with it all.
Yeah.
you can. Yeah, I make buffalo cauliflower.
Yeah, it's
So
bomb.
good.
It's really good. Anyway, thank you for joining me, J-Man, J-Boy.
Yeah, what?
Thanks for
No,
having
You
us,
like talking with
Jarmondo.
your face
Yeah,
wrapping
thank
Jar
up,
Jar
like-
Mondo.
Yeah, it's fine. The less of my face that shows up, the better. That's great. I had somebody tell me that their favorite part about me was my beard and my hair, and I was like, awesome. The part that takes up 90% of my face
Yeah.
and increasingly covers.
It's your
Great.
mask.
Dope.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for joining me. This was really fun. James,
Yes?
I'll see you in the ring.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
were
hold
going to ask
on.
me what I had to promote.
I'll see you in the ring.
Where can we find you?
Oh, that's a serious
That's my
card.
serious
All right,
card.
okay. They call it a collar elbow tie up because you grab the collar and the elbow.
Hey, everybody, have a great week. Do you have anything to promote?
No, never.
I didn't think so.
Watch Funhouse.
Watch Funhouse.
Watch Chris Pratt and Mario.
Watch those gorillas blow each other.
yeah. Watch that on HBO Max. Thanks, Daddy Warner.
Oh God.
Do not laugh.